And there we have it. So everyone, we are live, and now let's hand over the charge to the president of Quantum Leap, which conveniently happens to be me. And I've already spoken enough, so I'll just go through some guest introductions before we hand over the charge to our Toastmaster of the day. So first, we have Toastmaster Augustine Gill, our division director. Sir, please introduce yourself.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody.
Walaikum salam.
This is Augustine. I'm a professional manager, but by the passion, I'm a Toastmaster. Want to excel myself in public speaking. This is my brief introduction.
And he's also our division director of Division B. So welcome, Toastmaster. So everyone, we are live, and now, okay. We have Aman Nadeem. Would you like to introduce yourself? Is it Aman or Aman? Please correct me.
Yes, it is Aman. I am currently affiliated with Say Global Toastmasters Club, and I am working with a startup as a backend developer for around 2 years now. That is my brief introduction. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Aman, for joining us. And we have Salman Mahmoon. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Thank you so much, DTM Dalha. This is Salman Hussain, Toastmaster from Rautini Toastmasters.
Oh, great. So you are that Salman.
Is also the area.
Yeah. Welcome.
Thank you very much, DTM, for sharing that.
So you're most welcome, Salman, and nice to have you. We have our area director, Toastmaster Ubaid Bilgrami. Toastmaster Ubaid, please introduce yourself.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Sayyid Ubaid Bilgrami. I'm the VP Education Express Toastmasters Club. And additionally, I'm also the area director B1. And I've been part of Toastmaster community for about a year. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ubaid, and so glad that you could join us. And we have someone who needs no introduction, but it is customary. So DTM Irfan Farooqi, please introduce yourself.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Irfan Farooqi from Century Paper and also member of Husn Khitabat Toastmasters Club. And I am a regular visitor for this club. So I don't feel that I am a guest here, although I'm a guest, but having visited so many times, I feel that I'm no more a guest. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Talha. Back to you.
Thank you, DTM and Area Director Irfan Farooqi. You know the easiest way to avoid having to introduce yourself every time? Any Toastmaster can guess that. Yeah. So take the hint. All right. And we have Toastmaster Bilal. Toastmaster Bilal, please introduce yourself.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I am Bilal Islam. Professionally, I am the insurance guy. I work for the Sui Gas company. And in Toastmaster, I'm the member of ICAP Karachi Club. I'm also the secretary of Area B10. And this is my first meeting here. And I assume I am the guest here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bilal. We have another Muhammad Bilal. Is that a different Bilal? If so, please introduce yourself. Oh, it's the same. All right. Yeah. Oh, he's our keynote speaker. So, yeah, please introduce yourself as well.
Sure, Talha.
My God, both of you are so similar. I actually thought, wow. Okay, go ahead.
So, am I audible to you guys?
Yes, you are.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Bilal. I am a friend of Saad. He invited me here, and I am a recruiter at QRMD. I've been working there for the past 1 year and 10 months, and I believe I'm the keynote speaker here. Thank you for having me.
Great, great, great. And we'll soon be hearing from you. So, before we move forward, a tiny bit of business. The first piece of business is that we are having this meeting on a Sunday instead of Saturday. And we are considering a permanent switch to Sunday rather than Saturday. The current time officially is every other Saturday at 10 a.m. And we are considering a switch to Sunday at 11 a.m. And after this meeting too, we'll have another poll. We can either move forward on a meeting to meeting basis, or we can decide a permanent change in time. The other piece of business is, of course, our last meeting, which happened exactly 2 weeks and 1 day ago. And yeah, so the best speaker in that meeting was Toastmaster Fazul Akbar, best evaluator DTM Iram, best modular evaluator DTM Saif, best table topics captain guest Anwar Shah, and best big three DTM Iram Rizvi. The theme of the meeting was the power of discipline, and the keynote speaker was myself. And that's pretty much it. So without further ado, let's hand over the charge to someone who is, again, who really needs no introduction, because he's our current national champion of public speaking and national champion of two other contests, if I recall correctly. And she is a very active and vibrant part of Toastmasters community, not just District 122, but pretty much every district, every area, every division across the planet. Somewhere, somehow, this lady is involved. So without further ado, let's put our hands together for our Toastmaster of the Day, distinguished Toastmaster, Iram Rizvi.
Am I audible? Thank you very much, President DTM Talha bin Hamid, for such a beautiful introduction. And I think that's one of the best parts in Toastmasters. I, at times, would challenge by not sending my introduction. And at times, when I don't get introductions, you will see that today, you're going to hear some wonderful introductions going on. And that's where we challenge ourselves to get creative. So he was a bit creative, that he is a much bigger Toastmaster in the fraternity than I am. I'm just a teeny tiny national champion. That's it. Oh, feels good. Okay, so let's move ahead with today's meeting. And today I have been dropped a bomb of the theme of the day, because our TMOD is not feeling well. One slight prayer for him that he feels better soon. But this is what we do. We wear many hats. We take up the role, we fill up the gaps, and we always say, I'm here if you need me. Is keep being conversation. And whenever I hear such a thing, such metaphors, I'm sorry. I cannot think of any apart from in-laws and husband. But no, it is not my in-laws and husband today. Bravo. So we are talking about how to be ahead of everything that we're doing. And why do we talk about frog leaping? Does anybody have an idea to trying to say to take big jumps? Why is it frog leaping? Why aren't we saying turtle? Why aren't we saying hop like a kangaroo? Does anyone
Well,
want to?
frogs take big leaps.
Oh my God, that is so genius. Thank you so much. Of course, frog takes big
Yeah,
leaps.
I try.
But frog is the one that really takes in every kind of temperature. Its first instance is that even if it would take the biggest leap that is possible. Most of the other animals, they do get settled in. They just do it at the time when they want to save their lives or when they're hunting on an agenda. But frog is the one that keeps on doing it till the end of his time. And there is a metaphor, if you remember, that if you put a frog in a water, the first thing it does is that, starts changing its temperature and things But there is another study also that shows that first thing that frog gets into trouble with anything at all at any age, he would take the biggest jump. That's his first instinct. So frogs, this is why we're saying that, whenever there is any kind of situation, any kind of competition, leap up like a frog, do the first thing, take the big jump. And we're going to hear a bit more about it in today's meeting. And right now, I have a couple of frogs who are helping me out leap up this meeting. And I would like to call them starting from the role players of today's. And I do have one here that is our language evaluator and grammarian for the day. And he's also going to introduce the word of the day. So I would like to invite our charming, our very own DTM Talha bin Hamid.
Thank you so much. The first correction as the grammarian is that this role is called language evaluator in quantum leap. And essentially, it's the same role, but it anticipates that the speakers at Quantum Leap are sufficiently advanced. So the effort will be to point out some finer aspects of language usage, to notice creative usage of language, and also to look at an overall tone and presentation away from the usual grammatical errors. So that will be my role. Word or the phrase of the day is faster than light. And faster than light is, of course, a very common phrase in science fiction and, in fact, in the scientific community. It's called FTL. FTL travel is a fantasy. It's a target. Everyone in this entire scientific community is looking for a way to be able to travel faster than light. And why is that? Because we have absolutely no hopes of reaching any significant star or planet outside of our solar system if we fail to find a way to travel faster than light. We will forever be confined to this planet unless we can travel faster than light. So yeah, so faster than light travel can also enable time traveling. Theoretically, it can take us into the past, according to Einstein's theory of relativity. So if we just unlock the secret to faster than light travel, then this world can change. So I hope someone's working on it. With that, over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, DTM Talha. It would be wonderful to have the word written in the chat with the meaning, and I'll try pushing it up as much as possible. Next, I would like to invite the timer of the day, someone who's going to make sure that the meeting starts, ends, and happens on time and pings me and tells me, Iram, get faster than light. So that is DTM Saad Shoaib. Please explain your role.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Iram Rizvi, and to make sure the meeting is as goes faster than light, I will time each and every segment of the meeting, that is the prepared speeches, the keynote speech, the table topic, and the evaluations session. So the basic concept of this is when you see green, let me just put on my avatar so that the color is more prominent. Okay, so when you see this light, that means you have reached your minimum time to qualify. When you see yellow, that means you are about to reach your maximum allotted time. When you see red, that means you have reached your maximum time to speak, and you have about 30 seconds to wind up your speech or whatever you're doing. And by the end, I will present my report, and don't get confused by this avatar. I promise you, it's me. So back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much. I really enjoy our timer's avatar. Of the time when he puts it on, I just keep imagining, is he doing like this? Is he flipping his hair? Is he really doing those actions? He makes me wonder. I'm going to try that one day, inshallah. So I'll take that training from you, DTM Shoaib. And this is what we do. We learn whatever we like from each other. It doesn't matter at what stage we are, and especially from somebody like DTM Saad Shoaib. So next, I'm going to invite someone for the segment that we are all excited with. And guess what another metaphor leapfrogging means? It means that why walk when you can fly? Why go on a ship when you can take a rocket? Why think small? Always challenge yourself with an idea that is crazy. And when you're sitting between four people and you share an idea and they say, "Dimag kharab hai," or, are you out of your senses? That's your idea that you need to start working on. Do not talk to people who haven't been there where you want to go. So always remember to bring up an idea which is crazy, which is out of the box, which is something that people don't understand. Do that. Now, that does not mean that you bring up a language from Avatar movie, but then, of course, something that is doable, something that is really crazy, and make that your dream. And that's what leapfrogging is, that don't walk, jump, take leaps, don't take ship when you can take a rocket. That's my version. So I'm going to now call upon today's keynote speaker that we all have been very excited about. This person is a professional recruiter in Cure MD with multiple years of experience in HR. And his topic today is land your dream job. You'll be having 15 minutes. We will also be having Q&A session. So dear speaker, you have to look for the timer card, the cute avatar of ours, and then we are going to have a short 5 minutes Q&A too. So over to you, guest Mohammed Bilal.
Okay, thank you, Iram, for such glamorous introduction, if I might say. So, I'm just a simple recruiter, and I believe that I would love to, share my expertise and anything that might help you guys land your dream job and become a part of any company that you wish to be a part of. So, with that in mind, first of all, मैं बस यही कहना चाहूँगा सबसे that, whenever I'm interacting with Saad, for some reason that day, it always rains. And right now, I'm in a meeting with Saad and it's raining outside. So I just wanted to, get that out there. Now, moving forward, there are a couple of things. So before, anyone, here is thinking of changing their career, completely, I would suggest that, you can use a LinkedIn Career Explorer tool. Now, I will talk about all the tools that I can, and, AI will be a part of that as well, because that is, something that will make our jobs and, getting the right jobs easier. So with that in mind, if any one of you or some of you or all of you are looking to switch to a different career, then you could just go onto Google, type right now LinkedIn Career Explorer, and the first link that pops up, open that, scroll to the bottom, and there you would see there's a skills section mentioned there. So you can just put in your location, the desired location that you'd like to get a job at, and the industry that you think would be relevant to you if you want to switch, and it would list down all the skills that are required and anything that you need to learn as well. So that would make your transition easier. That is something that every one of you or some of you might have encountered every now and then, that isn't the job for me and I would like to switch to a different field. So with that in mind, before we get into the nitty-gritty details, just know that it does not depend on the number of applications that you submit. It entirely depends on the quality of your application. So keep in mind that whenever you're applying, you have to mold your CV each and every time according to the job description that is being marketed. And based on that, you have to tailor your skill set as well, professional summary and everything. From top to bottom, you have to create your resume from scratch, if not partially tailor it. So moving forward, what does it mean to have a quality application? So first is to have a resume. Second is to, make it as such that it does not have any grammatical errors. And now I see these days a lot of people that are, tailoring their resume using ChatGPT, but they forget that whenever ChatGPT creates a response, it is in American English and not British English. So we follow the British English pattern. So a lot of word mistakes, spelling mistakes pop up because of that fact. So keep in mind, whenever you're giving a prompt to ChatGPT, at the end, just write that you have to generate the response in British English and not American English. So moving forward, resume is created, it is error-free. The second step is to make it, ATS friendly. Now, ATS friendly, I don't know if any one of you might be aware of that, but ATS stands for Application Tracking System or Application Tracking Software. What it does is it filters out everything. The rest of the noise, the junk is separated, and only those resumes and portfolios are shortlisted that have the right keywords that are matched against the job description. So that is why you have to change and tailor your CV and resume every time you apply to a different job. So one other thing that I'd like to share with you is that a lot of people these days only use the easy apply section on LinkedIn and forget that, it would be much better for them if they filled out the entire form on the career site of whatever, company you are applying to. So with that in mind, moving forward, a lot of resumes, all of you are Toastmasters here and all of you have accomplished a lot of stuff. And there are these meetings that are going on every week, which Tala mentioned right now. So you could create, it's just an idea, you could create a portfolio of your own where, you could link down or list down all the links of all the meetings that you had where you gave a presentation, you spoke to the audience, you added value of some sort. So that would be your portfolio. A profile without a portfolio, is less likely to be shortlisted as compared to the one with a project with a portfolio. That is my personal experience. And as a recruiter, I was thinking the other day that I created my resume from scratch again because I'm, thinking of entering the job market again. So I'm thinking that all the recruitment stats that I've done, all the interviews that I've taken, all the profiles that I've screened, I would convert that into a dashboard that I'm working on right now. And that would be my portfolio. I could add certain, some other elements to that as well. So the more you add, the merrier. That is the idea here. So even if you lack projects, it's something, the field that you're working in is not something that, requires for you to have projects or portfolio. It's totally fine. You could come up with certain things that you think that are, that could fit that criteria. So if you don't have any ideas, the only thing that you can do is create a short introductory video where you tell them briefly about yourself, the skill set you possess, and the value you will bring to the table if you join any prospect organization. So, but keep in mind that video has to be of good quality and made in a noise-free, stable environment. ऐसा नहीं है कि mobile पे you just come up with a video, short video to just get rid of it and get done with the task. That isn't the idea. The idea is to create a quality application, and every tiny bit of extra mile that you go to counts. The next thing that I would like to recommend and suggest to everyone is to find referrals. Now, finding referral is the hardest part because there's a 50-50 chance that your application might be shortlisted. And these days, because of the recession in the West, there are a lot of companies that are laying off, and there's a lot of saturation in the market in any field and every field. So that's why referrals are important. That's where referrals come in. So referrals, how do we get a referral? How do we hunt them? Even if none of my relatives are in any other organization, I don't have any friends over there, how do I reach out to people? So that is the part where cold emailing, cold calling comes in. So one tool that I'd like to suggest to everyone is a Chrome extension known as Signal Hire. I would recommend everyone, you need to download that ASAP in your browser. And how it helps is that whenever you open up a profile that you'd like to connect with, or you'd like that person to recommend you, or you'd just like to reach out to that person because that person is a manager of the team that you'd like to get in, then you could go to that person's profile, open the Signal Hire app. It would already pop up on your screen if it's downloaded in your browser. Just open that and click on Reveal Contacts. If you're lucky, it would reveal the email and the phone number. You could just give that person a call or send them a message or an email, a cold email. How to talk to them or how to send them a cold email, you could just use the free version of ChatGPT for that. No worries. Keep in mind, you have to be concise, you have to be specific. 10,000 words ka cold email, no one would read that. 100 words ka message, no one has the time to read it. So keep in mind, that is something that will help you a lot in the long run. Once you have targeted certain profiles, so now if you are if you are low on funds and don't have the budget to buy the premium version of Signal Hire or LinkedIn Recruiter, then you could just use the free version of Signal Hire. It gives you 5 credits which you can use to reveal at least the context of 5 information. Some profiles don't have their emails or phone numbers attached, so it's just fine. If that's the roadblock that you hit, move on to the next profile, no worries. And you can use multiple emails to create multiple accounts on Signal Hire so that you get endless free credits. That is where our stalking skills come in. Okay, so I believe everyone has done that from time to time, so that is something that you can use stalking to be productive in. So that is a suggestion that I'd like to give everyone. Now, moving forward, transitioning, I've mentioned that, and now creating the resume. So I don't know if I can share the screen with you guys.
Let me allow that.
Okay, got it.
Just give me a second. Wait a minute. Actually, this new LinkedIn, this new Zoom UI has moved everything. Yeah, now you can share.
So let me know when my screen is visible to you.
It's visible.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so this is one of the templates that I believe is a good one because uh, it's debatable that whether you should mention your education to the very top, because keep in mind, recruiters at every organization, they are biased towards hiring the candidates that are from best universities with a higher CGPA. So if you are someone from a tier 2 or tier 3 university, don't feel bad. Don't go into inferiority complex. It's just the way it is. Accept the reality and move your education section to the bottom. Create a stellar professional summary instead. Move that to the top, and I believe that it would do a lot of good for you in the long run. Keep in mind, again, grammatical errors nahi hone chahiye. Try your best to avoid those at all costs. Grammarly is free. Use that tool. It will do wonders for you. Now, moving on to the professional section, you can see how these are listed down based on project. No worries if you don't have these sort of projects, it's totally fine. You could just write 5 to 6 bullet points in detail. And here you could see that, that person has tried to, this is just a sample, but I've tried to add the metrics and key, results that they achieved or hope to achieve. So KPIs, metrics, what you achieved, what you, exceeded expectations at, that is something, those are the things that you need to mention in your profile. All the redundant tasks that everyone in the industry does every day, you need to avoid those, because it's a common understanding and a common practice that these tasks are the similar at every end. What you can do is, when you're mentioning the professional experience of the most recent or your current employer, try your best first to mention your the most important critical tasks, how you achieve those, with the help of which tools do you achieve those. Don't mention ChatGPT. Again, it's a redundant task. Everyone is using it these days. Try technical tools which are scarce in the market. That would be best for you. Moving on, try your best to mention the KPIs that are being followed, because a lot of time when I am having discussions with the hiring managers, they mention in the top of their checklist that it would be great if you could find someone who's having this or following the same KPIs that we are practicing here these days. So that is something that can also attract recruiters to shortlist your application. Moving on, you got the part where you mentioned the professional experience. Now, leadership experience, it depends again on the type of role that you're applying to. So if you are applying for a managerial role, okay, a lead role, or any role that is leading, where you get to lead a bunch of or control a bunch of resources, that is something where this would be fruitful. Add a leadership experience. It could be from your university or past experience, anything you did extra in your extracurricular activities, or if you were a part of or are a part of Toastmasters, that would count as a leadership experience as well, depending on how you sell it. Now, in the last language, you don't need to mention that unless until you're applying for a job in a different country. That is a different ball game. Technical skills, again, Sirf data analysis mention karna wouldn't be right. You need to mention the tools you use every day. Again, the more rare, tools and applications that you work on, you need to mention those. It would be best for you. And interests and hobbies, again, these need to be productive and not something that is not relevant to the job you're applying to. Again, if you just throw in your resume, the same resume to every job you apply to, it does not count as a quality application. And just like this version, this template includes a LinkedIn URL. LinkedIn URL is important as well. Now you need to learn how to customize your LinkedIn URL. Now, I don't know if any one of you know, we'll, delve into that later on. This is another template that I could find. It's a good one because here you can see that it mentions everything in detail. Now, if you are someone who's starting in, new in the industry and just graduated from the university, this would be best to add in all the extracurricular activities that you were a part of in your university. It would, show that you were involved in some sort of leadership programs or were an active person rather than just an introvert who sits in the corner and lets every opportunity slides by. The same, professional section is being followed, like the one we reviewed in the previous. Profile, leadership experience, the same. Skills and interests are the same. Now, at the end, I'd like to show you my profile as well. So I just want to give you all a glance that I'm not just saying all these things. I'm practicing all the, everything that I'm professing right now, that I actually have done everything. So again, I moved the education section after the professional summary because again, Punjab University is a tier 2 university. I know, just accept the fact that I think it's a tier 2 university. I know some of you might think that it's tier 1, but then again, from the field that I'm in, business administration, LUMS, LSC, NUST, FAST, they are tier 1 universities. That is a reality. That is how we shortlist profiles. Any questions so far? I'm blabbering on, I'm going on, I'm trying to meet the 15-minute mark.
So it's wonderful. Carry on.
Okay, got it. So I can just stop sharing now and show you guys my face. Okay, so that we've covered. Now towards the LinkedIn profile. So moving on, let me just share my screen again. So let me know when you guys can see my screen.
It's
Yes, it's
visible.
visible, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
got it. So at the top, you can see the URL that I highlighted. I have customized it. No one likes to see a long, generic URL that does not fit in your resume. So one thing that you can do is go to this section and customize your URL over there. So yahan pe to, because I have edited it, so you won't see the generic one that was given to me by LinkedIn. But once you go to that edit your custom URL section, you can just change it from here. Okay, add in your name, add in a few digits, make sure it's short and unique to you. It's something that can, add a little bit of charm to your application if I try to put it simply. Okay, so moving on. By the way, how much time do I have left? Okay, so I'm at the green mark. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll try to push it to the very end. Okay, so another thing that you can add to your LinkedIn section is to, again, have a professional summary over there. A lot of things that people miss out are that their LinkedIn profile has different experience and their CV is has different experiences. So if they're applying for a different role, like they're, thinking of transitioning, they forget to edit their LinkedIn profile. Know this, that if you have mentioned your LinkedIn profile URL at your CV, you have to understand that recruiters will eventually land on your LinkedIn profile as well. So, it's sort of an integrity issue, or it appears to be as such, when people edit their CV but forget to edit their LinkedIn. It seemed as if they're lying on their resume either or on their LinkedIn profile. So pro tip is, bro, they have to be consistent. Now, one prompt that you guys can use to engineer your, CV and your profile, I'll just mention that in the chat box. So all of you can just copy paste it. Just add in your role and the, replace whatever it is in the bracket, and you can use it to optimize your resume and your LinkedIn. Okay, so another thing that you can, when it comes to searching for jobs, a lot of people miss out on, other platforms as well. So in Pakistan, if you're focusing for getting the right job in the right organization, try your best to explore through all the platforms there are. Go through Indeed, go through Glassdoor, go through Rosie.pk, and then land on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the primary job seeking platform. So you have to understand that just go through every other platform first because it has less volume and less number of job postings, then move on to LinkedIn.
मैंने अपने सर के ऊपर रखी हुई थी वहां पर, तो वहीं पे उठा के ले आया।
Okay, understood. Understood. I got that. So another link that I'm posting here in the chat box is, so a lot of people, instead of, because they're lazy, this is for the lazy people. If you think that, you don't have the time to go through all the platforms separately, just use this URL that I've sent. Sorry, this search subject that I've sent. I don't know if you have received it. Yes, and it's in the chat. So like I've mentioned, the site, then, colon, and then the, site of the link of the site that you want to explore, that, or the other site, and or again, any other site that you would like to explore, and then in the inverted commas add the role that you'd like to, get a job in. And then just put it that in Google search, and it would search through all the results on different sites where there's a job listing, and you could just sift through everything on one platform, that is Google. If you're lazy, this is the hack for you. I cannot put it in any other way. So now it comes to specifically applying. We have created a resume. We have gone through different job listings. Now it comes to applying. So again, whenever you are sending, it's best to go through everything that I mentioned earlier first before applying. Go through all the profiles of relevant people that are working in the relevant role. Just like Ira mentioned, if you want to seek advice, seek it from someone who's already in a position that you'd like to be in. So that is the mantra here. Find the relevant profiles, send them a cold email, extract their details. If you don't have Signal Hire or you don't like the interface of Signal Hire, you can explore through other cold emailing and cold, calling data scraping tools as well, extensions as well. There are a lot of them in Google Chrome Web Store. Explore through them. If you are if you have a bone of stalking in you, this is something that you'd love to waste your time in. You get a lot of leads. If you're trying to go abroad, this is something that will help you a lot because you are in a new market and you don't understand anything. List down the top not top universities, but top companies that you would like to, join. And over there, try to contact the manager or the lead of the team that you'd like to get in. Extract their details, give them a call, send them a cold email, and then share your resume with them as well. That is something that will increase your chances. And once you have done that, then send your resume in, not before that. If you just send in your resume without making any sort of impression, without going the extra mile, then it would just be lost in all of the, noise there is, lost in the database there is. So I'd share a cold email template as well in the chat, because I know a lot of people these days are lazy and getting lazier by the day. I'm one of those, by the way. That is why I'm, I've done a lot of research because I'm too damn lazy. Okay, so you can use this as well, or make it shorter. Because if you're someone who's new to the job market, make it shorter, that would be best. And moving on, so interview. That is the best part. If you know, before you start your job journey, you have to understand there is a chance after doing everything that I've mentioned, I've listed down, there is a chance that you still won't get a call from your organization. There's still a chance that you won't get the interview. Even if you get the interview, you won't become a part of that. That is something you have to accept. With that in mind, you have the reason that I'm, saying this is not because I'm cynical, not because I'm being negative. The point is, you have to be consistent, and you cannot be consistent if you think that, just applying to one job, submitting a quality application would, help you in landing that job. It won't. It's a reality. When I was starting off, my job hunting process, I remember I applied to 70 organizations and none of them replied the first year. None of them. And the position that I was applying for was for an intern. And then I started researching and learning. And I'm just mentioning my, personal experience, how I got the job at QRMD here. So sorry, I'm just wrapping it up, Saad. I just saw that you have shown the red timer as well. So just to wrap it up, I applied for an internship position because I thought that, QRMD is such a large organization, they won't, hire someone like me. Honest to God, that is what I thought. And I asked one of my friends to submit my resume. I tried my best working on my resume all week, and the best thing that I could do, I did that and submitted my resume. And I submitted it for an internship position. But I was open to everything. And the manager that interviewed me, I told them honestly everything, but I wasn't, I wasn't someone who appeared to be unsure. So when they mentioned, they were developing certain departments, I just listed my interest that this could be something I could add value in. This is something I could do, better than the rest of the crowd. And I applied for an internship. That manager was considering me for a technical writer position, and that somehow referred me for HR. I mean, imagine that. It was a stroke of luck, man. And that week I was applying to hundreds of startups, companies, you name it, even government jobs as well. So again, you need to be consistent. And last but not the least, when you're applying for the interview, make sure to conduct your research about the company, about the team you're applying to, what kind of products and projects they are working on, and the relevant technology stacks. Add in certifications in your profile. Again, you have to tailor in. I cannot stress this enough. You have to tailor in your profile every time you submit an application. And in the end, ask good questions. ये नहीं आपका ऑफिस किधर है, ये नहीं कि आपका टाइम क्या है. Come on, man. Technology, certifications, culture, what kind of projects that you're working in. That is something that you need to get through your head. With that, that's a wrap. Ask me if you have any questions.
Thank you very much. I think a big round of applause for guest Bilal. And this is the very first time, sorry, very first time being saved. So usually people won't. Today I'm hearing that you save the chat, save the chat. So well done, guest Bilal. I do have a bit of a connectivity issue. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes,
I can only see Bilal moving. Rest of the people are so static. Okay, so let's open for Q&A. Any questions? Yeah, thank you, DTM Zad. Any questions from the audience? Yes, DTM Talha, starting with you.
I think, okay, Toastmaster Bilal can go first, and after that I can.
Thank you, Talha bin Hamid, for giving me this opportunity. Muhammad Bilal, I'm really happy to have you here, and your session, your presentation was very insightful. Your points were very specific and practical approach. I did not see any theoretical, advices. So that is really, I really appreciate that. Second is I am happy we share the same name. Okay, but besides that, we also share two more things. We have the same MBA and we have the same university. I'm also from the University of the Punjab,
Oh,
so
nice.
really happy to see that. Okay, coming to my question, I have two questions. First one is, do you think the premium account on LinkedIn having that, does it make any difference to the potential employer? Okay, first question is this. And second is, what do you suggest once you have like 7 to 8 years of experience? What do you suggest? Should you have a short resume, 1 pager, or a full-fledged CV, like 3 to 4 pages? That's please answer. Thank you.
Okay, so having LinkedIn Premium is good for you because on the ordinary version of LinkedIn, you only get a limited number of searches, and you only get to send messages or in-mails, LinkedIn in-mails, to only those people that you are connected with or that have opened the in-mail request from other people that they are not connected with. So having a better version of the platform is always better if you know how to use it. If you're just wasting subscription, yeah, like you waste on Netflix, then don't bother going through the extra effort. And second question, once you have 7 to 8 years of experience, the first page is the most impactful. A lot of people forget that they when they add a lot of content, a lot of projects, the symmetry, you lose that. You have to understand the first page, just mention the professional experience, and projects section can come later on in the end. That is how the first page would still remain the same, and all the recent projects that you're working on would come at the bottom. So that is something that you need to understand. I think that would be best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much, Bilal, for your incredible generosity. The things that you shared today, I think they are valuable for each and every one of us. You have been very specific, very to the point, very generous. So, unlike most recruiters out there, my question is that when I saw yours, when you showed us your resume, um, it appeared very conservatively styled. Is that an aesthetic choice, or does that have a relevance to the likability of a candidate? I mean, in terms of formatting and fonts, etc.
Yeah. So if you're saying, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're saying that why didn't I create a more visually appealing profile?
I won't say your profile wasn't visually appealing. I'm just saying
Yeah.
that it was very conservative in terms of fonts and yeah.
Yes, it was conservative. Yes. So you have to understand, like I mentioned very early on in my presentation, that ATS, application tracking software, it only shortlists profiles based on the keywords that it picks up.
Right.
So before your resume lands in front of a recruiter, it lands in the ATS, who sifts through everything autonomously. So उसके लिए readability को आसान बनाना, that is why I've followed that strict pattern. And conservative वो इसलिए है because I've used that font size, which is easier for the ATS to detect. But if you're applying to a smaller organization, startups, they don't have ATS. They only have recruiters that are sifting through all the profiles. So that, when you're applying any job at a smaller organization, you can create a visually appealing resume. But keep in mind, recruiters are biased. If you're applying to a company that has clients in the US, honestly, they will be very skeptical of hiring someone that has a long beard, that is very religious, or if that is a lady that wears a headscarf, because they assume that that person won't be able to interact with non-mehrems and whatever their thinking is. And we respect that, but the point is they are thinking of themselves. Every organization is selfish. That is why people are laid off whenever they are going through a recession. You have to understand that. That is why picture आप add कर सकते हो, but only if it does not show or does not give the viewer of that application the chance to be biased towards you. So that
I
is
think
why
that's also.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. I think that is also a great point about the picture. I never thought of it that way. So thank you so much for that.
No
Bilal.
worries. And one thing, picture लगानी है तो बहुत बड़ी ना लगाएं. Just
Yeah.
something smaller in the corner, which does not overshadow the entire application. Any other question?
I think DTM Faruqi has a question.
Yes, DTM Faruqi, yes.
Thank you very much. I just wanted to know, having a LinkedIn account itself is one thing, but how should we make our LinkedIn account more effective? You can always change your CV when you are applying to a post, but you cannot change the whole LinkedIn profile whenever you are applying. And above profile, there are also things people make some posts there, people submit their point of view on discussions to the hiring people, do the authorities or relevant people. Do they go through the whole LinkedIn details, what he posts, what he writes, what is his caliber, or just a general view? So two questions: how to make LinkedIn profile more attractive, and do the people go in detail on that?
Okay, okay. So I'd like to share my screen again. Let me know once it's visible to all of you.
It's
Yes,
visible.
it's visible.
Okay, got it. So first off, you have to have an appealing LinkedIn profile. Starting from a customized URL, like I mentioned, this top banner needs to be relevant as well. या फिर आप जो mostly लोग use करते हैं a high rise picture, a high rise banner that has New York की skyline या फिर किसी और भी city की skyline. So you can use that simple image as well. And your headshot needs to be good. These are part of, the entire journey, the entire process of optimizing your LinkedIn. Again, coming back to your question, LinkedIn has to be appealing. Now, you mentioned that we don't have the time, or someone might not have the time to edit their LinkedIn work experience every time they are applying to a different job. That is correct. So what I would suggest to that person is that I have mentioned a long list of activities, right? But you can just scratch that. And in the skills section right here, once you have added the title and started whatever, skip this part and add relevant skills. And in your resume, add all the details that you want to show. This way, you won't have to edit your LinkedIn profile from scratch every time. Miss that, no worries. But these links, these skills, sorry, linked at every job description will help recruiters, search and reach to your profile, even if they're using LinkedIn Recruiter. So I don't know if you have come across the LinkedIn Recruiter interface. Let me just show that as well. Again, I'm taking a lot of time. Sorry for that. And my PC is slow as well, damn. Okay, okay. Got it. So let's say if we are going to hire a software architect, then when I search the job title, all these profiles would, pop up. And you can see this word is highlighted. All of you can see it, right?
Yes.
So this was the keyword here, you can see that I added in my search and it popped up here. So you can add this as a skill to your, whatever category or degree or, rank this particular job title falls in. So सिर्फ job title के ऊपर your profile is shortlisted. The rest of keywords don't matter. This is how you need to edit your profile. So skills add कर दिए, it will do wonders even if you haven't added that. So एक तो चीज ये होगी. So again, उसके बाद education में you need to add that as well. Licenses and certifications. Every certification that you do, try to put that on in your licenses and certification section on LinkedIn. The reason for that is it shows that you're relevant in the market. You are staying up to date on all the technological changes. And now coming to the project section, you could mention your projects briefly here. And as per your NDA agreement, you could share that link as well. If not, it's up to you. Volunteer experience is I have added it. You can add that as well if you like. And skills, you need to only mention the relevant skills. I would suggest don't exceed the 10 number of skills mark. You can add 5 to 6 over here in this skill section, and the rest of them at the end of every job that you have done. Okay. And last but not least, we do see this section as well, where you have received recommendation. So I have received a recommendation from my previous team lead. I've added that, and my current stakeholder. So this shows that I'm a credible individual who's currently working aggressively to achieving their deadlines. But keep in mind, you need to ask for recommendation from those who won't ask for a recommendation in return. Once or twice that happens, but if you have 10 recommendations and you have given a recommendation to all those 10 individuals as well, that shows कि वो give and take वाला system है. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. So that, lessens the credibility of your profile. So I would suggest ask from those that don't ask for that in return. So this is how you need to structure your LinkedIn profile. Again, every bit counts. Katra katra darya banta hai. Surely, after you have gone through everything, you'll land your dream job, inshallah.
Thank you very much, guest Bilal, and we really appreciate you adding value today. Big round of applause. Really, really, it was very insightful. Many of us are having questions. I would request you to please type it down in the chat box. Bilal is going to respond as much as possible on the chat box itself. Otherwise, we did see he has his LinkedIn profile. Ping him on LinkedIn, drop him a message, add him, follow him, subscribe, bell button, everything, and then get in touch with him and bug him up. So thank you very much, Bilal. I hope you stay. We do have a bit of one or two segments more left for the day. And now I'm going to leap up to the next segment, and I'll do it quickly in the interest of time to our next part, and which is our project. Okay, so I do have a question. Do we have our speaker today?
I don't think he's joined yet.
He
So
has
maybe we
not
can
joined.
proceed with the other segments, and if he joins, then he joins.
All right, so let me move to the next one, and that is our Geek of the Week. And oh my God, somebody who just skipped the segment said, okay, so DTM Talha bin Hamid is the Geek of the Week. Geek of the Week is something very interesting. We bring in, that's one of the difference in Quantum Leap Advanced Toastmasters Club and other clubs. Every advanced club needs to have one essence of something different from a normal club. And in ours, we make sure that we have keynote speech to add up value in terms of scientific, math, even we talk about literature, anything which is above and which entrust the geeks. And now we have the major geek from our club, and that's of course DTM Talha bin Hamid. So handing it quickly over to him, leapfrogging to him for the Geek of the Week role. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, DTM Mira. And today, as the Geek of the Week, I will make a case for something very controversial, and that is ebooks or e-magazine versus paper books and paper magazines. Now, I have switched to ebooks and e-magazines. Now it has been more than a decade, in fact. And ever since then, I haven't bought a physical book unless it's for a gift. Now, people say that the feel and the smell of a physical book is unmatched. And yes, that's right. But what is the cost of a physical book? I will show you something. I was doing some research on the topic. If you read this, and again, as AI was mentioned, now AI so conveniently gathers data from all around the net and presents it in a very digestible whole. So that is also something, that is an underrated feature of AI, by the way, that if you search for something on the web, the AI can summarize what you're asking, and it doesn't generate an answer on its own. It just collates the answers that it gathers. So this is just one example. I asked about environmental impact of ebooks versus printed books. The carbon footprint of about 7.5 kilogram of carbon dioxide, which is the impact of a printed book, while an e-reader has a carbon footprint of 168 kg. But this is making a fundamental, I would say, error here, because it is comparing a book to an e-reader. An e-reader is a device that can house thousands of books. So it's not a fair comparison, but at the same time, there's a very good reason it is making that comparison. It means that producing an e-reader emits 22.5 times more carbon dioxide than producing a printed book. And that means that if you read more than 22 to 23 books digitally, you will have a lower carbon footprint than reading the same books in print. So, yeah, if you're not an avid reader and you buy an e-reader to read ebooks, then you're doing environment much more harm than you're doing it good. But this also makes another error, and that is why we always say that check and recheck AI generated out. Why am I saying that? Because people don't buy e-readers anymore. Every electronic book is available already on the devices that you have right here. And you're using them for 1,000 other things as well. Through this device, you're doing electronic banking. You're submitting your bills. Imagine how much fuel that is saving. Imagine how much footfalls that is reducing inside a bank's branch. And correspondingly, they have to spend less on accommodating physical customers. And you're saving your own fuel and time as well. You're doing 1,000 other things as well. And in addition to that, you can read your ebooks on this device. Another major advantage of reading ebooks on mobiles is that it can be a much more informed and interactive reading. Yes, you will get notifications, but you can turn them off. You can turn on the do not disturb mode. And you can even configure your device in, yeah, of course, if it's an Android device, you can configure it to not push notifications if you've opened an ebook reader. But other than that, if you want to research about something that intrigues you while you're reading a book, or if you don't know the meaning of a word, or personally for me, I'm very bad at keeping track of characters in a novel. Sometimes when a name springs up, I discover that I've completely forgotten about their history. And why is that? Because we hardly read books in one sitting anymore. We spread them across days and weeks, right? A few minutes every day. That's how I read. So if that is the case and you've forgotten about a character, all you need to do is to search the name of that character within that ebook. And you will learn that when they were first mentioned. And bingo, you'll have their entire character arc without you having to browse through the entire book again. So that's just one of the innumerable benefits of an ebook. So I know, again, nothing can match the feel and the smell of a physical book, but that smell and the feel comes with the smell of millions and millions of burning forests and non-renewable energy sources expended towards ink, non-renewable energy sources spent transporting those books in trucks and lorries and ships. And finally, when they make it to a bookshelf, those shops are also having to expend energy to provide lighting and cooling and all the other amenities to their customers. So it's a vicious circle. A physical book is not just its paper and its ink. It's also the whole processing time. It's also the whole process that gets it to you. And above all, the time and effort and money that you spend in going to a shop and getting that. So think about it. Unfortunately, in Pakistan, we are centuries behind in this. Most of our books are still published in paper, and there are a couple of nascent platforms that are actually championing ebooks in Pakistan, but they're not enough. And one of them is Adib Online. I came across this app. It's a very good app. It also offers a monthly subscription, which is very reasonable. It offers Urdu books in electronic form. Right now, their collection is not that much, but it's growing. So do check it out. And I urge everyone that Not everything that smells good and feels nostalgic is good for you or the environment. Sometimes it's best to let go in order to make progress and make this world a better place. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you very much, Geek of the Week, DTM Talha bin Hamid. Anyone who has a question, any comment about this session that we had, you're most welcome to write it down on the chat box. We'll keep it going for a couple of minutes. Now let's leap up into the next segment. And that is a segment that we all get very excited about. And that is the table topic segment. I'm not going to be called, so I'm going to enjoy listening to your speeches. Apart from that, of course, leapfrogging means to be ahead of time, to plan when you want to jump, and to stay prepared. And this segment is going to give you a feel of that. For this, I would like to invite our very own Toastmaster Zahra Ibrahim, our doctor of the club, someone who really brings us back humble to the ground, shares us what reality is, someone we really adore and love. So Toastmaster Zahra Ibrahim, over to you as Table Topics Master.
Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So keeping in mind our theme, so I've prepared the table topics accordingly. So I just want to tell you people that I have also made a tagline, like there's a question which I'll be asking the audience. I would say the people whom I'll be calling on the stage, and there's a tagline for it as well, so that the person who will be speaking can better understand what the topic is. So I hope I was understood. So let me call Toastmaster Ajay for our first table topics. DTM Ajay, right? Sir.
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
So your topic is, if I ask you, yeah. So it's like work-life balance. So the tagline is work-life balance. How do you maintain a balance between pursuing your dream job and other aspects of your life? I repeat, how do you maintain a balance between pursuing your dream job and other aspects of your life? Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Jara Ibrahim. That's an apt question. Most of the people asks me because I attend numerous club meetings as well. Today morning, I was there in Japan virtually, and now attending, and have to go to UK in the evening. There was a training. So most of the people asks me like, how do you manage club meetings and then your work and personal life as well? Simple. I make a note or list of activities that I have to do in a day, split down into morning, afternoon, evening, night. Most of the Toastmasters activities will be covered during the night before I go to bed. Morning is for my passion like health, walking, learning Russian, and then vocabulary, and all those things will come. Afternoon is dedicated for my work. Evening, working like evening, some yoga kind of a thing. I find some time during the evening during my work hours, and if anything is left in the morning, then I will switch them to the evening. So it's all about planning, switching the tasks and managing, and ensure that all activities are completed, planned activities are completed by the end of the day. There will be sometimes like some ad hocs will come, ad hocs in the sense like unexpected activities will come. That's fine, but we need to ensure that we fulfill maximum tasks in a given day. So this is how I look a day, and I also plan my next day or a week well in advance. And for Toastmasters meetings, I maintain a calendar for 1 month, and in those calendar, sometimes some ad hoc meetings will come. I ensure that I don't collide with some other meetings. So this is my planner, and this is how I maintain my work-life balance, and also give some time to my family as well in between. And then yeah, that's it. Thank you, Zara Ibrahim.
Thank you very much, DTM Ajay, for such an insight. Now I'd like to call Toastmaster Maya. Are you here with us? Yes. All right. Toastmaster Maya. So your topic is identifying your passion. So what activities or subjects make you lose track of time and feel most engaged? I repeat. So it's about identifying your passion. What activities or subjects make you lose track of time and feel most engaged? Over to you.
Toastmaster Maria,
You're muted. You're muted.
you're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. Talking about passion in itself and being part of Toastmasters meeting is a combination that I really look forward to. And yes, I lose track of time when I am part of a Toastmasters meeting, even though it's in the middle of the day, it's hot here upstairs where I am able to find solitude. Yet, I didn't realize that almost an hour has passed since I've joined the meeting. So yes, Toastmasters is my home, it's my place. And as the experiences of life is making me take not be part of the meetings at times, but yes, Toastmasters is my home, a place where I learn public speaking, I learn from people around me, and an experience that make me lose track of time. Aside what when I think of myself, what in Toastmasters really matters, it is because of the fact that I am able to speak up my heart, something that in this part of the world, being part of the corporate world, you're not very much allowed to do. And maybe that is the reason, or maybe because of the fact that I believe that people should be advocate or vocal about things that matters. I don't know what, but it's for sure that Toastmasters is the place where I lose track of time and a passion for public speaking is well satisfied here. So over to Toastmaster Zahra Ibrahim. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Maria. It's always pleasure listening to you. So I would like to call our third speaker, who is Toastmaster Ahmed Mansoor. Are you here with us, Toastmaster Ahmed?
Toastmaster Aman Nadeem is ready, looks
Yeah.
like.
So yeah, Toastmaster Aman, would you like to be the part of table topics?
Yes.
All right, all right. So your topic is basically, so it's about career aspirations. What is your dream job and why does it appeal to you? I repeat, what is your dream job and why does it appeal to you? Over to you.
Okay, so my dream job is not a particular position, but my dream job is that I am something doing for a passion, for a purpose. So everything and anything which I can help to achieve my purpose and help other human beings and become better in my life, that would be my dream job. Throughout my career, I don't seems to be that if I got that position, I will be happy, or if I got to that level, I achieve success. The success is actually in helping your purpose to become in a certain way that it becomes reality. It becomes close to reality. Means if I want to do social work, I will do so much social work that it will become a personality of myself. Just like Abdul Sattar Idi, he worked for his passion. It was his dream job. And all other Nelson Mandela and all other great leaders, they are so passionate about their work that they make their purpose their reality. So my dream job is that I will work on my purpose until I saw it with my eyes into reality. So I think that would be my dream job. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Aman. Now I would like to call our fourth speaker, Toastmaster Obed. Sir, would you like to take part in the table topics? Yes.
Sure, thank
All right, sure.
Surely.
So, are you saying something? Okay. Can I give you the topic, sir?
Yes, yes, go ahead.
Okay, sure. So, okay, it's about overcoming obstacles. Describe a significant challenge you have faced in your career journey and how you overcame it. I repeat, describe a significant challenge you have faced in your career journey and how you overcame it. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmasters Zara. I mean, obstacles. Life is a race, and you always come across a lot of obstacles. The best part is jumping over them. That's what the theme is: leapfrogging over the obstacles. Well, life is filled with obstacles. I have had so many challenges in my life, but what I wanted to tell you that something that I right now at the moment I recall, and the life I had earlier. In my past years, I was like a part of a job where my priority was compliance, and there I had to bend over backwards. I had to break my back over getting things done, getting the audits successful, and so many things that I had to do. And I was so sometimes I used to get so tired that I used to dream, I used to think, I used to pray to a job where I could have some you know I could sit back there, I could simply have relaxation time. And I used to get tired a lot in those jobs. And then the day came, I had an opportunity, I got an opportunity, and I moved to another job where I was like heading an operation plant as a general manager plant. So when I secured that job, I was given that luxury, and I started enjoying it. There were no obstacles. Now we had managers over every job that I had under me, and everybody was doing their job. I had to do nothing. I was just twiddling my thumbs, looking after the managers what they are doing, and it was fantastic to me. But after a certain period of time, I realized that the obstacles, the troubles, the challenges that I had on my last job were the ones who made me quite capable. And the luxury, the comfort that I'm having at the moment is basically dragging me down. I'm going down. My skills, they are getting evaporated. The learning that I had so far in my compliance job, they're just, going faint in the air. So this is what I realized, that the obstacles, the challenges that I had in my life job, they were excellent. They were actually boon, not the bane. They were basically the blessings of God that I had, and that made me quite capable and turned me from a rock into a showpiece. And now today, having the luxury, having the comfort, I just seem to be going down. So this is what I'm saying to you all, that challenges, obstacles are basically essential part of your growth and development. Unless you have them, you won't be able to shine. You won't be able to get through in your life. So always welcome challenges and obstacles, and you'll be a lot different than you are today. That's the promise challenges and obstacles give us. That's it from my side, and thank you very much. Back to you, Tim Topic Master.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ubed. Now I would like to call Toastmaster Salman Makoon. Are you here with us, sir?
Yes, Toastmasters, sir. Oh, sorry.
Yes. Sir, so I would like to give you a topic. So the tagline is role models and inspiration. Who inspires you professionally and what have you learned from them? I repeat, who inspires you professionally and what have you learned from them? Over to you.
Thank you so much, Clever Topics Master, for giving me such a wonderful topic. Whenever the word inspiration pops up in my mind, I feel like learning, motivation, enthusiasm in my life, because inspiration is something we get from famous people around us. I have a famous book, The Quick and Easy Way to Effective Speaking. This is one of the inspirational books written by one of my inspiring author, Dale Carnegie. He's my inspiration because I have learned so many things from this tiny book. I urge everyone, please grab this book and read it, because we all are Toastmasters and we are striving, striving, and trying our level best to become an effective speaker. So when you have got such books, then inspiration comes into your life. I'm a learner, I'm a Toastmaster, and I'm passionate about being in the Toastmaster journey for the last 4 years. I'm still learning to become an effective speaker. Dale Carnegie is one of my favorite authors, speakers, and a great communicator. He has narrated his experiences in his books, though he is not around us, but his thoughts, his communication style, his written material are with us. And my last message to everyone, please read Dale Carnegie and unleash your potential to become a great speaker. Over to you, Toastmasters.
All right. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Salman. Do we have the time to call one last speaker or?
Yes,
All right.
we can have
So
one more
one
speaker.
last speaker, yes. So can we call either Toastmaster Irfan or Toastmaster Bilal? Uh, whoever wants to join the stage. Toastmaster Irfan. Okay, so
I think he's not there.
Yes, yes, you can. I'm available if you want to.
sure you are available. Oh, sure. All right, sir. So how about I give you a topic?
Give me a
All
second.
right.
Give me a second so that.
So continuous improvement is the tagline. What strategies or practices do you use to continually improve and strive for excellence in your career? I repeat, what strategies or practices do you use to continually improve and strive for excellence in your career? Over to you.
Thank you very much. I'm weather outside at my terrace and simultaneously listening. It's raining out there.
DTM Irfan, we are unable to hear you properly.
Can you come nearer?
Yeah.
Or just not choose these headphones or earphones that always works.
Am I audible now?
No, you are in fact.
No, sir, you're not audible yet.
We take them off. Am I
Yes,
audible now?
perfectly audible.
Yes.
Oh,
Perfectly
yes,
audible. Like
yes,
I said.
perfect.
Okay. So I was saying that I'm at my lobby, I'm at my terrace enjoying the weather. It's raining out here. Ceiling fan is moving. Life is good. Life is always good. Life is never bad. The issue is how you look at your life, how you see what is happening. Do you have any control on the circumstances that you face? No. What is it that you have control on? It's your reaction. How you react to the situation is more important. Life is full of events. I would share that from the beginning till now, I have been fully fond of learning. I did my first master's degree in 86. And till now, after every 12 years, I go for another educational program. I did my second MBA. I did my third Master of Science. I went for my fourth PhD degree, which is stuck up. But after every 10, 15 years, I've been constantly learning. Keep learning, keep moving. I was stuck with too many commitments. How to cope up with my commitments? I have designed a page. Let me share it with you. This is a page, a A4 size page. It contains dates. This is the whole month. Previous months, future months are also here. I divide each day in 4 categories, 4 parts, which is morning, noon, late afternoon, night. I write every commitment that I have to do. It is full of Toastmaster meetings. And I have this for many future months as well, full of my commitments. What I do is, I am not worried. I just every page, whenever someone calls me, do you have a time? I look at the page, I write it there. I am a committed person. That is excellent way of continuous learning. I am not worried what to do now. That we do, master of the ceremony.
All right. Thank you so much to DTM Irfan. So our timer for today has told me that there's a time for one more speaker. So I would like to call Toastmaster Bilal as the last speaker for our today's table topics session. So, sir, your topic is Toastmaster Bilal. Your topic is skills and talents. So it's the tagline: What unique skills or talents do you bring to your chosen field? I repeat, what unique skills or talents do you bring to your chosen field? Over to you.
Thank you, Zara. I believe I am the Bilal which is supposed to speak, not the other one.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for this wonderful topic. So the skills and the talent unique in me, which I bring to my field. One thing I would admit that I am not very much good in developing the new skills which are required. What I am good at is polishing my own skills, which I believe I was born with. Okay. So what did I do rather than choosing the right skills for my job? I polished my skill set which I was born with and try to use it to add value in my current job. Okay, so what are the things which I believe I have is first one is the problem solving. Okay, so I polish my base skill problem solving. I learn how to do the mm, structured approach for solving the problems. Okay, I learned that and I use that in my day-to-day office job because I work in a public sector, and in public sector you have a lot of challenges, very different from the private sector. So I had to, unlearn my other skills and came into the skill set, the problem solving attitude, which can be applied in the public sector. That's all what I got to say. Thank you for this opportunity.
All right. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Bilal. So I hope that you people have enjoyed our today's speakers and the session, the entire table topic session. So I would like to hand over the charge to our Toastmaster of the day. Yes, I think she's. Yeah. Yes, DTM Thala, are you saying something?
No, actually, I was about to ask DTM Saad about the timing, but he just informed me that he has made the polls himself. So yeah, that's okay. Thank you, Saad. You didn't have to do that.
All right.
And actually, just one more thing. There's one time disqualification. Toastmaster Obed spoke for 2 minutes and 50 seconds. So, Mr. President, what to do? Okay, so Mr. President, and okay.
All right, DTM Iram.
Sorry, Saad, I was disconnected for a
Yes.
moment. Can you please repeat?
So yes, so we have one time disqualification. Toastmaster Obed, in his motivational power talk, he spoke for 2 minutes and 50 seconds. So
Okay. Yeah, I think we should not consider that.
okay, so you can launch the polls.
So who?
It is
Okay, I'll need to recap with you the names just to make sure that I don't miss anyone. All right. So
But the
GK Ajay,
polls are ready. You can
So
just launch them. The polls are ready.
oh, but okay, I made one of my own as well. So
Okay,
which
so
let me just see in the list of
table
polls
topic
and launch it.
dash new.
Just
Table
give me a
topic
second.
dash new. It is table topic
New.
dash new.
Okay. Okay, I'm launching it. I'm launching it. Okay. I
Okay.
removed you from the poll so you could vote.
Oh,
Okay,
thank you.
just give me a second. What I would like everyone to do is to, yeah, I'll make some modification because I know that most of you will vote for yourself. So what I'm doing is that I'm creating, yeah, we have already done that. Saad has already done that. It's a multiple choice. So you can vote for at least two people. One, definitely for yourself because you're the best speaker in the history of the universe. But for another person who you think did well, that's how we'll have a result. Okay. So with that, I'm launching the poll.
thank you very much, DTM Talawin Ahmed. And thank you, everyone. Thank you, Toastmaster Zahra Ibrahim, for doing the table topic session so beautifully. I really enjoyed today. And there were no clashes, even though most of the topics would go similar. But I'll leave that part for general evaluator to evaluate you. So anyone who gets disqualified of overtime in table topics, the tradition says that you have to do a project speech next meeting on the same topic because there was a lot with you and we had to stop you off. So create that topic and come for a project speech. So our area director Obaid Vilgrami is booked for the next meeting for a project speech for being disqualified in table topics. So now we are going to move towards another leapfrogging. And in the meantime, please, when the polls are uploaded, please send your votes. Apologies because of my health. I have too much of focus on my throat and not on my words. No, I have not been strangled by my husband. So now we're going to move towards another leapfrogging, and that is to know how we are doing. The key to be ahead in any competition is to get constant feedback. It could be your peers, it could be your seniors, it could be your mentors. In fact, it even could be subordinates and the people who are reporting to you. These could be the people younger to you in age, these could be the people even in your household or around, but it's always nice to get evaluations of your style, of your behavior, of your sudden actions that you take when stress comes up. Take a feedback from everyone. And that's what leapfrogging is, to know exactly where do you stand. When you know your challenges and your strength, you're already ahead of the game. So for that, of course, the evaluations are very important. And I'm now going to hand over the charge to the final segment of the day, which is of general evaluation, where the evaluator is going to give us reports around how we have performed. For that, I would like to call our very own past president of Quantum Leap Toastmasters Club, a very dynamic DTM, and of course, very sweet DTM. He's very sweet and kind, just like the other couple. I don't know why did I mix Toastmasters Zahara and DTM Sayad. I don't know the relationship, but it just comes out naturally. So now handing it over to the general evaluator, DTM Saad.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Adam, or distinguished Toastmaster world national champion, if that makes sense. And you are very humble with your words as always. So we actually took liberty by not having a prepared speaker. So we tried our best to make it a 2 hour long meeting, but and that meant a longer keynote, a longer table topics, but all all for the better. But first, let me just ask for for the reports of the role holders. First one is is the language evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Salah bin Hamid. So over to you for your report.
Thank you so much, ETM Saad. So let me open my notes here. All right. Yeah. First, the word of the day or the phrase of the day, faster than light, was used by myself, DTM Miram, and DTM Saad. A few good usages. Don't take a ship when you can take a rocket, like that. The more, the merrier. Although there is a condition to that, which we'll come to later. Quality application, stalking skills, tier 2 versus tier 1, differentiation in fields. I really love the idea that the speaker, our keynote speaker, actually made it clear, and that was also something very new, that some universities or institutions will be tier 1 with respect to some subjects and tier 2 or tier 3 with respect to others. And this is something we frequently ignore. You need to tailor your profiles, love that, lose track of time. Now, a few improvement areas. The keynote speaker used you most of the time. While there is nothing wrong with it, but perhaps for inclusivity, one can use either one, that, one should do this, one should do that, or he can also use we, because we is much more inclusive. Try doing that. If I say that you are attending this Toastmasters meeting versus I say we are attending this Toastmasters meeting, there's an instant upgrade in friendliness and inclusivity. More the merrier was used. While it's a beautiful phrase, it is often used for people and not objects or information. So that is something that needs to be, we need to be careful about that. When we're talking about a group of people going to a party or a gathering, we say the more the merrier. And in fact, more is used for people and mostly, but more the merrier. I mean, I haven't heard it used in context of objects or information in which it was used today. Someone said, don't go into inferiority complex. Could have been, don't have an inferiority complex. Someone used adore and love. Now, as non-native English speakers, we have a habit of piling on adjectives, and we have not met an adjective that we didn't like. So we use them all. But if you look at really good writers or native speakers, especially British people, they use that a single adjective, and that what makes it meaningful. So everyone, including myself, needs to practice this, that we need to use less adjectives. And also, again, it's unrelated to today's meeting because nobody did it, but very also is something that should be avoided unless we really, really mean it, right? When we use very good or very, very good too often, it loses its value. And let me tell you, very and rather are not not desirable words to use because they're vague, right? Someone said you people. Now, this is also something that we do very often as in our daily life, we are very fond of saying tum log. So we translate it as you people. But that's not a strictly proper phrase. It could be everyone. By switching you people with everyone, and you'll see an instant upgrade in your language usage. Someone said not very much good, could have been not that good. Now, the keynote speaker, I noticed, used very simple language that was very direct. And now look at me using very 2 consecutive times. Let me rephrase that. The keynote speaker used simple language that was direct, and therefore it made an instant connection. I could virtually see and feel the connection. It had also something to do with the topic of his speech, but it could have been just a collection of buzzwords and jargon and the usual HR crap that we are used to hearing all the time. But it was refreshing by its absence. He is very direct, very once again, but now I can use it. He's very direct. specific and to the point. And there, specific and to the point. I use those redundant phrases again. But I'm trying to reinforce my point. What I'm trying to say is that that's why his speech was so effective, because his language usage and his thoughts were very clear. They were crystal clear, they were specific, they were not vague at all. So, congratulations to our keynote speaker for that. Um, the language usage in table topics was of very high quality. I must say that I struggled to note any improvement areas in the table topics, and as have been evident from my report. So, with that, over to you, General Velvet.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Talab and Hamid, for that elaborated and helpful language evaluated report. And the report of the timer will go as fast as light. So here it goes. You want me to go again, or did you all get that? Okay, you didn't get the joke that was so fast that no one heard it. So yeah, the tabletop the the report of the timer is that everyone was qualified except for the our future prepared speaker for Quantum Leap, Toastmaster Obed will Kirami, and everyone. Also, the keynote speaker was on time, but the question and answer took about 3 to 4 minutes extra. So that's, I think, because of the the nature of that that keynote. But apart from that, we were pretty much on time, and we will end on time, taking liberty because we did not have our prepared speaker. So that's it from my timers report. Moving on to the general evaluation report, we we, we began the meeting roundabout on time. We had we had introduction from all of the guests. I, I and I believe this topic of the keynote attracted many of the non participating Toastmasters, and also I said non participating as a lack of a better word. No offense was meant over there, but yeah, those people who don't usually uh, attend Toastmaster meeting, and also a couple of local and international guests were also with us. We had a peak audience of 19 people, which is quite significant. The keynote speaker actually was asking me that whether he should make a presentation or not. I said you can make it, but it much better to be face to face and hands on, and boy, he took my suggestion quite seriously. So he was pretty much practical. There was no jargon. He he showed us showed us the way the practical ways, the basic knowledge, and that was actually helpful. Then we moved on to the table topic, which was according according to the theme, and each and every member spoke accordingly. So that was it from my side. Nothing really to im- improve upon. Just one thing would be a, a point for the VP education, that please note the name of the prepared speaker, that wasn't Sudarshan, that was Param Said Chishti. So just on a very side note, and yeah, apart from that, time management, engagement, audience participating, all for a check. So it's back to the Toastmaster of the day, TTM era.
Thank you very much, DTM Saad, General Evaluator. Round of applause for him. You're thinking I miswrote the name of speaker. Haven't you seen what is the date on the agenda? Oh God. So this is me running with 4 kids and everything, and of course the weekend rushed. But I'm so excited and happy that we had a wonderful learning today, and we really have leapfrog today. Honestly speaking, there are a lot of. I think today's meeting has given us a view of how we can improve ourselves as candidates, and also if you want to guide someone around us. If you are on a very nice director level like DTM Irfan Faruqi and DTM Talha, DTM Ubaid, then of course we will guide people that you know how to look for a job. So this is amazing. Also DTM Ajay Kumar, of course. So it's a great learning today. We really have leapfrogged, and also the geek of the week was very impressive. That if today in itself, if I was planning to go buy a book or I was about to do something, let me target from today for a year that how much time, money, efforts I have saved around for the planet by not buying a book and shifting to ebook. So both of the notes that we had today of the geek and the keynote were very impressive, helping us leapfrog. And that's what it's all about. That you know, have yourself planned, take yourself above the game, do not follow the pattern, make a jump. It doesn't matter others are kangaroos or rabbits or anything else, or even a lizard, because I saw a lizard jumping in my house yesterday. So it's on my mind. So be the leapfrog that take up the highest jump. It doesn't matter in what temperature it is. So now I would like to thank everybody for being part of the meeting. Apologies again for my throat and sounding like Bhatt Saab or Nazir Saab somewhere or the other. And handing it over to the president of the club for closing and giving the awards, DTM Talha bin Hamid.
Thank you so much, our Toastmaster of the day. And I know personally that you had a lot of engagements and also you're not fully fit, but thank you for joining the meeting and doing such a wonderful job. D-Team Saad, are we floating the polls for Best Big Four? Best Big Major Role Player, rather. Or shall I do it? Okay, I'm doing it. So everyone, please vote quickly. And there it is. There it comes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It should be before it. So everyone, please vote for your favorite big role player. And meanwhile, let's get some guest comments. First, let's start with our Division Director, Toastmaster Augustine. So your comments about it.
Thank you very much, GTM Talha. It was a wonderful experience, as well as many new insight. As I'm sunsetting around 60, so for me it was infant level learning from the Bilal. So thank you very much for giving this opportunity, as well as Geek. That was a wonderful thing. That is new territory for me. So it will help me to keep myself busy in retired life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Augustine. And thank you for your participation. You enrich every meeting with your participation. We are sincerely grateful for that. Next, we have Toastmaster Salman.
Thank you, DTM Talha. It was such a nice meeting, and I've got so many takeaways from today's meeting. It was just like a smell and feel of this book, which is in my hands. So, being in the Toastmaster meetings is always a great time for me as part of my learning and future projects within the Toastmasters. I'll keep in touch with you all and we'll join next meeting, inshallah.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Salman. We look forward to that. Guest Aman Nadeem, your thoughts about the meeting?
It was my first meeting here, and I got your link from area council. So I learned a lot from here, and I was very optimistic to join again from online. And one thing I take away from that meeting is that I actually got a chance to express my dream job. So I think that would be beneficial. And thank you very much for it.
Thank you so much, Aman. And yes, you'll discover when you keep attending meetings that one of the main attractions of Toastmasters meetings is that we get to express thoughts and sentiments that we would not otherwise dare. I leave it to your imagination. But yeah, you can talk about anyone in a Toastmasters meeting. You're talking about your friends, your in-laws, your siblings, your parents, your children, and how evil they all are, and how miserable they make your life. And people will just appreciate and applaud you. So that's one advantage of Toastmasters. Toastmaster Abed Belgrami, your thoughts?
Thank you, DTM Talha. It was quite insightful and information-loaded meeting. I acquired a great knowledge about applying for job. I'm thinking about moving on to a new job with the learnings and with the techniques that I learned, right? And to add one more point to your week knowledge, believe it or not, I switched to e-books around 15 to 17 years ago. Not because the fact that I was environmental oriented guy, because I loved reading books and I wasn't able to purchase so many books. So what I decided to get the ebooks, and I had to, believe it or not, it was a very tough job switching over to ebooks. It's not that easy picking up an ebook and reading it. It's not that easy. I had to go through a lot toil and a lot efforts just to get myself accustomed to reading ebook. Now I'm pretty much good at it. It's wonderful technique. Must go for ebook reading, and overall I enjoyed a lot. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abed, and great to see another kindred spirit, a believer in ebooks. Let me also share, and maybe I will, make it a topic of another Geek of the Week about, I don't know when, it was about 2 decades ago, maybe, I decided to go completely legal in terms of my software purchases, gaming, softwares, and books. Because it's one time I was creating a calligraphy of Kalma, La ilaha illallah, on Photoshop. And I thought to myself that I'm writing this Kalma. The Windows is pirated. The Photoshop is pirated. The Microsoft Office I'm doing it on is pirated. What am I doing? I mean, seriously, if I can't afford to pay for something, does not justify that I steal it, right? And there's another advantage with going legal. First of all, now the games and software are so large that you have to buy multiple DVDs anyway, and DVDs are superbly unreliable. And if you wait long enough, if you wait 6 months or 8 months, if you wait for Thanksgiving, Christmas, Black Friday, White Friday, you'll get very cheap deals on everything that you need. You just have to wait. And very often it will cost you less than pirated software. But ebooks are a different kettle of fish. They don't usually go down in price with time. They should, but they do not. That's one major sticking point. And with the devaluation in our rupee, they've gotten quite expensive. But anyhow, DT Amira, you want to say
Yes,
something?
very quickly, Toastmaster Salman, guest Zulfikar, guest Aman, if you guys have come for the first time, do attend our next meeting because there is a very special segment we do, which is in every meeting, that is the speeches. But the way we evaluate is very different from any other club that we have seen, and that's the brainchild of DTM Sudharshan. So we evaluate
Yeah.
in different levels, and you really get a good evaluation for each speech, and the evaluation is done at the same time. So please do visit our next meeting. We will be having 2 speeches, and you will have an experience of how advanced evaluations are done. That's my case.
Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. It will be great to have you both. Toastmaster Bilal, your turn.
Thank you very much. I must say today's meeting had been very influential in my perspective about the Toastmasters meeting. You know, I wanted to join the Toastmasters almost like 2020 when the COVID started, and I did not join intentionally because in my books, I used to think until and unless you are physical, your propensity to learn from the people that gets lessened. Okay, so because we were not physical in COVID, so I deferred my decision. Today is the first meeting ever I attended that is completely online, and I believe my perception to look at the virtual meetings was very wrong. Even if you are not physical, still you have a lot of things to learn from other people. If I can show you, these are the notes that I made in today's meeting. It was like I am sitting in a classroom where all are my teachers, only I am the student. So I believe myself, if I had not attended this meeting, I would have been a very different person than I actually attended this. Okay, first thing. And second, I did not know that lizard can also jump. Okay, different things you get to learn and how you can manage so many things in a day. For example, I learned from Ajay, like you can attend in Japan, in Pakistan, in London in the same day. You get more people. Now, what I believe, that should be my suggestion to the Toastmaster. It should be mandatory for all Toastmasters to attend at least 3 to 4 different clubs in each month because your learning spectrum, your learning curve gets very steep when you do that. So that's all from my side. Thank you again very much for opportunity for having this virtual stage to speak again. Thank you.
Thank you, Bilal. You summarized the meeting so beautifully, and you also reminded us of the important things we learned today. Thank you so much. We would really, really love for you to attend future meetings as well. So are we through? Yeah, Toastmaster Maria, your thoughts.
Hi, it was a very good meeting for sure. It has been a while since I attended an online meeting, and you can hear that, something is happening at my back. So yeah, overall, it was a good experience. And yes, quantum leap is, leaping faith in my opinion. And yes, there are many things that I learned in the process too. And I'll definitely comment on YouTube about you people. So yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's a good reminder, everyone. This meeting is being live streamed on our YouTube channel right now. So don't forget to click like and subscribe and click the bell icon so that you can get updates. And please don't forget to leave a comment because that will give us traction. So thank you so much for that, Toastmaster Maria. Is there anyone left? We have Zulfikar Mirza, who joined a little bit late. Would you like to share some comments?
Hello everyone, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Today, when I got up and saw the message of Quantum Leap, plan of the Quantum Leap, so I decided that I was trying to join uh, any meeting online. So today I decided that I should join Quantum Leap meeting. So at the end, I joined and I saw a lot of beauties in this meeting, especially the general evaluator. I should appreciate him. I don't know what is his name, but I should appreciate him. He was doing his best job. So overall, the meeting was good, and I hope I will join in future as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Great to have you, and we really appreciate you joining. Yeah, now I can see that we've met before. So with that, we bring this meeting to a close, and looking forward to see you all in 2 weeks' time. I'm adjourning the meeting and stopping live streaming. Just give me a second. Okay, where